This example shows you how to receive distributed event notifications in GridGain. First, let's start a remote node. From my GridGain installations bin directory, I'll run ggstart and specify an example configuration file. We've got our node started. Let's start our favorite IDE. Here, I already have a Maven project with a GridGain dependency specified in the POM. Let's create a new class. I'm going to name it My Cache Events. We'll be creating a simple example that shows how GridGain allows you to receive cache event notifications from local and remote nodes in the grid. First, we get an instance of Grid by starting a local node here, and we specify the same example configuration file that we had specified when we started our remote node. Then we get an instance of a named cache, which is specified in our configuration file. We create a predicate filter that acts as a listener for all cache events occurring on the grid. This event listener is called every time a cache event is received. The predicate must return true to continue receiving events. For the specified cache, the event listener can be registered for local cache events with a specified event type for which the listener will be notified. Note that this event type should be enabled in the configuration file as shown here. Also note that by default, backups are turned off. We can receive event notifications by simply putting some key value pairs into cache. Let's run our example. As expected, we do see some event notifications. Note that since the data is distributed between the two nodes and the backups are turned off, we do not see some key value pairs here as they are stored on the remote node. And since we have registered our local listener, notifications are received only for local node events and not for events occurring on the remote node. GridGain also allows receiving event notifications from all the nodes in the grid. A remote listener can be registered on all the nodes in the grid projection for the specified event type. Since event registration returns a future, we must call get to synchronously wait for the event listener to finish registering on all the nodes in the grid. Running our modified example shows that we have received event notifications on our local node as well as remote node. For more information, you can visit our website or join us at Twitter.